today's topic is long division. On the board I have the steps that we will need to complete our long division questions correctly. So let's take a look at them. Our first step is to divide, then we're going to multiply, we subtract, and then we bring down. So these 4 steps are what we will need. We will continue to use these steps until the questions are finished. On the board I have 2 examples that we're going to be using to go through the steps and to make sure that you students understand exactly what the process is. Okay, so let's work our first example. First we need to set the problem out carefully. Okay, we are dividing 2,306 by 2. The 2 here is called our divisor. The number that we're dividing is called our dividend. The answer that we get will be called our quotient. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be using the 4 steps. So I do have them on the board so you can follow the steps and see how we go through each of them. Alright, so the first thing we need to do, step 1 says divide. So we're going to be dividing our first number, 2 by 2. Meaning, how many groups of 2 we can get out of 2? So 2 divided by 2 is 1. Notice where I'm putting the numbers, okay? Then the next step says to multiply. So 2 times 1 is 2, okay? Step number 3 says to subtract. 2 take away 2, that's 0. And step number 4 says to bring down. So I bring the next number down, okay? Please pay careful attention to where the numbers go. So now we have 3. Okay, we did our subtraction, there's a 0 here, we brought down the 3. Now the 0 in front of this 3 has no significance, so we are dividing 3 by 2. Remember we brought down the 3, that was step 4, so now we go back to step 1 and we start again. So 3 divided by 2, or how many groups of 2 can we get out of 3? The answer is 1. Step number 2 says to multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. Now where I'm putting my answers, okay? Step number 3 says to subtract. So we are going to be subtracting our numbers here. 3 take away 2, that leaves 1. Okay? Then the step 4 says to bring down. So we bring down the next number. And if you notice, I bring the number down next to the answer for my subtraction. Okay? So now we have 10. Okay, these 2 numbers together read 10. So we're now going to be dividing again. We're going back to step 1, dividing 10 by 2. How many groups of 2 can we get out of 10? The answer is 5. Step 2 says multiply. So now we're going to multiply 2 times 5. The answer is 10. Then we subtract. So that's step 3. 10 take away 10. That's 0. Okay? Then we bring down, which is our 4th step, and we bring the number 6. Again, please pay careful attention to where the number goes. And as I said before, the zeros are insignificant in front of this 6, so we're dividing 6 by 2. So 6 divided by 2, the answer is 3. Step 2 says multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. Step 3, we subtract. 6 take away 6 is 0. Okay? The next step says to bring down. There are no more numbers to bring down, so our question is finished. Okay? So let's get to the second example. Again, we set our problem out correctly. Okay, the divisor goes here. The dividend, 3,012, goes here. So we're going to be dividing the first number because that's our first step. 3 divided by 3 goes 1. We can only get one group of 3 out of 3. Second step says to multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. Step 3, subtract. So we subtract. 3 take away 3 is 0. Step 4 bring down. So we bring down the next number again. Just a reminder, look to see where the number is placed. Okay, so now we have 0. 0 divided by 3. How many groups of 3 can you get out of 0? The answer is 0. Then we multiply, that's the next step. 3 times 0 is 0. Step 3 says to subtract. 0 take away 0 is 0. And then we bring down, which is our fourth step. Again, the 0 in front of the number is insignificant, so we're dividing 1 by 3. 1 divided by 3, again, that's 0. We cannot get a group of 3 out of 1. Then our second step says to multiply. 3 times 0 is 0. Our third step says to subtract. So now we're subtracting 0 from 1. 1 take away 0 is 1. And then our fourth step says bring down. You notice we only bring down one number each time. So now we have 12. Okay? So now we're going to be dividing 12 by 3. 12 divided by 3, or how many groups of 3 can you get out of 12? The answer is 4. Step 2, we multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. Step 3, we subtract. 12 take away 12, answer is 0. We look to see, is there any number to bring down? There's no number to bring down, so we are finished. The answer, when we divide 3012 by 3, we get a quotient of 1004.